Hey guys, good morning. Happy Friday. I know this probably comes as a shock to you guys to see my mug on camera, but I wanted to send a YouTube out to you guys. I apologize for not Zooming with you, but I know you guys are probably zoomed out. I know I am just from going to all the boring meetings with my fellow staff members. But I just wanted to let you guys know a couple of things. First of all, I really do miss having you around. I miss being in class. I miss your smiling, happy, learning faces every day. Even though this time of year, slackers come out of the woodwork and senioritis is certainly a pandemic. But not to make light of the issue, just wanted to let you guys know that I'm thinking about you and that all I've done the last month is try to get you guys who are taking the AP test ready to pass the test. And I've also tried to help those of you who wanted to improve your grade from when we left off. I wanted to tell you guys a couple of things as you get ready for the AP test. First of all, again, I want to thank you for being such an amazing group of students. You guys were great. I feel bad we couldn't finish the year together, but you're in my thoughts every day, and I hope that you're well and safe, and as I always say in my emails, happy. Happiness is so important. I want to review a couple of things with you guys before the AP test. Remember and study the two topics that they've given you. This is an amazing thing where you can actually study the content that is going to be covered on the free response questions, besides the fact that you don't have to do any multiple choice. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to score well. I've tried to send you all the resources that I can regarding these two subjects, but just remember, keep in your minds a couple of things, real easy. Psychoanalysis, Freud, right? Unresolved issues from childhood. Psychosexual stages of development, where issues could have been caused or originated in childhood. And then surface later on relationships, where we have different behavioral issues. We use defense mechanisms to protect ourselves and things like that. Remember the behaviorists, right? The classical conditioning, Pavlov and Watson. The neutral stimulus becomes a conditioned stimulus, and the unconditioned response becomes a conditioned response. Remember Skinner and his reinforcement schedules, positive and negative reinforcement, positive and negative punishment, ratio interval schedules. Behaviorists, remember, they're all about nurture and no nature. On the other hand, humanists are all about nature, that we can overcome, that we can be our best self. Carl Rogers and his unconditional positive regard and his client-centered therapy. Maslow with his hierarchy of needs. Albert Bandura with his self-efficacy. Martin Seligman with his explanatory style of optimism and pessimism. Remember all those guys. Then we had our cognitive area of study or strategy. Remember Piaget. Remember his stages of cognitive development. Remember egocentrism and object permanence and conservation. Remember Howard Gardner and our 9 different learning intelligences, and Sternberg and his 3 different types of intelligences, including street smarts. Biological is simply that. Remember, it's a biological cause, it's a biological treatment. And then sociocultural, remember, and we didn't get into sociocultural psych. Take some time and look at some of the cool stuff in social psych, like Stanford Prison Experiment by Zimbardo, Stanley Milgram's experiment on blind obedience. That's a great one. And Solomon Ash's on group conformity. Those are 3 classic studies of social psych that we didn't get to study. Remember Baumrein's parenting styles and Kohlberg's stages of moral reasoning and Erickson's stages of psychosocial development. Then on the research side, Remember that there's two parts to this. First, the setup, the random sample, the population, the hypothesis, the experimental group, the control group, the independent variable, the dependent variable, the confounding variables or the uncontrolled variables, biases, research methods, operational definition of your variables, different research methods, naturalistic observation, correlational study. Remember, it's not cause and effect. Correlation is not causation. Case studies, experiments. Case studies, one person. Then a statistical part of research, which is 3 measures of central tendency, mean, median, and mode. 3 measures of variance or variability, range, and standard deviation. Remember the correlation coefficient, or R. Remember, scatter plot is a graphic illustration of R. So remember normal bell curves and skewed curves, and in a normal distribution of test scores, the mean is the most representative score, and with a skewed distribution, the median then becomes the most representative score. Remember, when you get ready to, when you get the questions, annotate the questions, at least in your mind. Learn how many points each question's worth. Use complete sentences. Answer one at a time. Be methodical. Then move on. If you think you know the right answer, try it. If you have no idea what they're talking about, then move on. Okay, I hope you'll all pass this test. I've tried to do everything in my power not to inundate you with a bunch of busy work, but to focus on strategies that will help you pass the test. I hope you'll all pass the test. It's my desire that you'll all pass the test. That's why we're here. That's part of why we're here. The real reason why I'm here and you're there is because I love teaching. And I love you guys. And I miss being around you. And I want you to be happy. And I want you to remember the concepts that we've learned in this class and apply them in your life. That's why psychology is such an amazing class. I hope that you guys will keep in touch with me. Send me notices, you know, like graduation notices from college, marriage notices, baby notices. Don't send me any notices that you're in prison, but you know what I mean, the good stuff, the good stuff. I'm always here. If you ever need a friend, I'm always here if you have a question or concern, anything that I could help you with, because that's why I teach. I'm going to send one more YouTube out before the end of the year, at least one more, and because I have a few more stories to tell you guys. So I love you. Be happy, be safe, be well. Good luck on the AP test. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. All right? I'll talk to you soon.